came our way from the meditation retreat. So good morning. Whether you're here in person or you're joining us from at home, it's wonderful for all of us to be together. And today we have a very special service for all of us to share together, our Youth Passages service, celebrating two important transitions in the lives of our children, reaching the age of reason and entering young adulthood. And also there's one more. So if we have anyone who is not yet up here, who should be seated up front, please come on up now. And as we settle in for the hour, let's pause now and center our minds and our hearts for worship. And this morning, Paisley Messias from our Age of Reason class will read our opening words by the Reverend Richard M. Fuchs.
Creator of all times and seasons, and all of the seasons of our lives, we gather in this place, thankful for the days that have been given, even those that have tried our souls, and hopeful for the days that shall be, even those that shall demand of us. The best we have of faith and hope and courage, till we have become one with ourselves and thee and all the seasons to come, from the glad renewal of spring to the autumn days of green and golden yellow, and the shining colors of prunison and harvest, to white wisdom days of winter, where all things wait and patient for change that shall bring transformation. Come, let's worship together.
Now is the time for us to light our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition. This morning, Levi DeVlieshower, one of our Age of Reason students, will read the chalice lighting words, and I'll light the flame.
We light the chalice for our children and youth and for all, celebrating the flame of faith lit in each of us, honoring the light each of us bring into the world, rejoicing in the community we create together.
Good job.
And now we are going to be singing our opening hymn, which I believe is This Little Light of Mine, number 118 in your gray hymnal, if you prefer to have the readings. Oh, affirmation. My bad. So please stand now for our affirmation by James Villa Blake, and please repeat after me. Love is the spirit of this fellowship.
Love is the spirit of this fellowship.
And service is its law.
And service is its law.
This is our great covenant.
This is our great covenant.
To dwell together in peace.
To dwell together in peace.
To seek the truth and love.
To seek the truth and love.
And to help one another.
And to help one another.
And now let's stay standing for our opening hymn. And if any of our Age of Reason students, our Bridgers, or any junior worship helpers who are here today would like to come on up and help lead this hymn, you are welcome to do so. Make sure you bring your gray hymnal. And this morning, our Age of Reason class chose this as our opening hymn. In fact, they chose all of the readings that we're enjoying today. And so the words are on your screen and also in your gray hymnal.
I'm gonna
the Director of Lifespan Religious Education here at the Morristown Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. We're so happy that you are here with us today. If you are new, we're excited that you're here visiting with us. If you've been here for a long time, we're excited that you're here, lending your support and being part of this community for so long. And if you're online, we're excited that you're here as well. Make sure to participate in the online bit by saying hi and stuff in the chat and comments and whatnot. All right, like and subscribe. Is that what I should say, kids? I'm cool, I think. We are a community of many ages, and we all worship together. You can join us in many ways on Sundays, including online, here in the sanctuary, or, if those two don't work for you, one of the many rooms in which we have streamed the service here in the building. Particularly, we have our family room, which is out the doors to the right. It's got some toys for the little ones, and the service is streaming in there. And so if you're feeling a little too wiggly in here, though I love some wiggles in here, you can go out there and hang that out. And if your child needs a little more attention, we have a nursery, which is up the stairs. It's in room 201, right at the top of the stairs. And there's some volunteers there who will hang out with your child, and you can come back in and hang out in here with us. So either way, we're excited that you are here with us today. Let us worship.
So a few weeks ago, I had a very fun Sunday here at our fellowship. I got to go and visit our Age of Reason class. And after worship that morning, we gathered together in my office to talk about something very important, the big changes going on in their lives right now as they reach a more mature age as people and as Unitarian Universalists. And we spent some time talking about our Unitarian Universalist living tradition and how it changes and grows over time, just like we do. And I asked them for some examples that they could think of things that grow. And they talked about plants, and they talked about animals, and they talked about people. We also talked about what happens when someone or something grows, how it maybe gets bigger, how it changes and becomes more mature, like a seed growing into a big tree. And one of the big changes in our Unitarian Universalist living tradition that we talked about was the adoption by our many congregations of a new set of values for our faith. Values that modern Unitarian Universalists looking at our world and at our lives today feel best describe what we are trying to uplift in the world and in our congregations. And those newly affirmed values are justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. And then we had some fun together in class. I said to them, do you want to know a really easy way to remember our 6 values? Just remember the word jet pig. That's right, like a little pink piggy flying around with a jetpack on its back. Because each of those 6 letters of jet pig are the same as the first letter of each of our 6 values. The J in jet pig stands for justice. The E stands for equity. The T for transformation. And PIG, P-I-G, stands for pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. Now then, we talked a little bit together about what those different values are, and they gave me examples that they could think of ways that the values are important in our world and in our Unitarian Universalist faith. And then came the really, really fun part of that class. I invited them to help plan and lead today's service. And do you know that they chose all of our hymns and our readings today? But all of that planning began with a discussion of the topic in class, of what they wanted the topic for the service to be. And the kids immediately suggested, maybe we can talk about jet pig, and there was a lot of enthusiasm for that idea. Now, our Age of Reason students have reached an important milestone in their spiritual growth, a time when they are able to look at their faith and their world and themselves in a more mature way. But they are also still kids, and so at first, when they suggested we do a theme of jet pig for the service, I was thinking maybe they wanted to do something kind of silly and fun, like a flying pig theme. That would be fun. But they actually had a more serious, more meaningful idea than that. One student said, maybe we can make a video where we take turns talking about the jet pig values and how they are important in the world. And what a great and wise idea that they had. And so that's exactly what they've done. And I hope that you will find the video they've created as meaningful as I do.
Hello, I'm just a normal little kid, and I'm trying to find my true reason. I wonder if I can use this jetpack to find my name. The jetpack has the word love in it.
What makes you a true you? Love at the core of what you do.
Says, maybe I can get my new friends to help me too. Yeah! Does anybody want to come with me to find my name?
Okay.
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, we sure do. Let's go explore.
We come into work as a team to make our values more than a dream. Jet Pig helps us keep in mind 6 values that you have defined.
Look, there's a J over there by the slide. That stands for justice.
Justice means we make things fair. We both speak up and act with care.
Look, there's me in that room.
I think that stands for equity.
Equity let everyone get what they need for work and fun.
Look, there's a lot of C's in there.
I think that stands for transformation. This new part of our building has really changed the way our building looks and the things we can do here.
Transformation means we change, and we can still grow at every age.
Look, there's a letter P on that podium.
I think that stands for pluralism. I'm trying to remember what that means.
Pluralism is how we say we know there's not just one right way.
Letter I on that. I think it stands for interdependence.
Interdependence means we're connected, so our earth and its people are respected.
Look, there's a letter G on the side.
I think that stands for generosity, volunteering their time, talent, and treasure.
Generosity is the last we can learn to share before we're asked.
Thank you, friends. I put all the letters together. It spells jet pig. That's my name.
And as a fun aside, one of the challenges of our old values, the 7 principles, was that it's very hard for anyone to ever remember what they are on the fly. I was in a seminary class once where John Behrens asked a group of seminarians and said, raise your hand if you, and there were probably about 10 of us in the class, raise your hand if you can recite off the top of your head these 7 principles, and only 3 of us raised our hands, and that was a group of your future religious leaders. So the new ones, I had fun in class because when I introduced these to them, by the end of class, they were able to rattle off the different values and talk a little bit about what each of them is, and I bet they're even better at them now that they've made this video. All right, so now it's time for our milestones and passages. So sometimes we come to this sacred place with a lot on our hearts. Maybe you got married or you lost a job. Maybe you recovered from an illness or you're going through a divorce. And kids have joys and sorrows too, things that make you happy or sad. And whatever your age and whatever the roses and thorns you experience in your own life, you can share them in our service by filling out one of our milestones and passages forms before 9 a.m. on Sunday. The form can be found in our newsletter, and there's also a paper version you can find on your way in through the doors. Now, we have a few milestones and passages to share today that people have submitted, and so I ask that you please respond to each by saying we hold you in our hearts. And if you're joining us online, please go ahead and say we hold you in our hearts in our comments or our chat. This morning, Lorelei Harris shares the sorrow that our dear friend and longtime former member Lee Wuyen died on April 4th. Lee had been living in Trenton Falls for a few years to be near to her son. And today we hold Lorelei and all who remember and loved Lee in our hearts in this time of grief. We hold you in our hearts. Elbjorg Birkenkamp is at Geralda Farms in Madison for rehab until June 16th following her recent fall and fractures. Visits and cards are welcome. We hold you in our hearts. Arlene Shapiro was discharged home on Saturday from rehab with round-the-clock assistance. Cards and visits are appreciated, and we extend appreciation as well to Rita Morris for her many visits to Arlene during this hard time. Rita advocated for Arlene and kept in close communication with her son who lives out of state. We hold you in our hearts. Now, addresses and important information about how to visit or send cards to Elgeborg or Arlene are up on our table for you to see after the service. They're right up by the chalice. Barbara Castellana Stasiak shares a joy yesterday's 70th wedding anniversary celebration of her cousins Sel and Mickey in Orlando. And she fondly remembers joyful family reunions decades ago when many of her dad's 25 first cousins lived nearby, and she cherishes reconnecting now with cousins of her generation and meeting younger family members. She says, "Viva la familia, we hold you in our hearts." Brooke Donaldson shares several joys. Candace's birthday this past Wednesday, Romilly and Brinlin's first birthday celebration in Chew Hall yesterday, and today's 6th wedding anniversary. She says, "Look at what we have created in 6 years." And she adds, as an aside, all of our guests who previously attended our bridal shower here 6 years ago, where we were crammed in elbow to elbow in our terrace room, were so impressed with our new beautiful space when they visited yesterday for the birthday party. We hold you in our hearts. And this morning, Delina Blount shares that Miss Carolyn's birthday, June 6th, and we wish her a very happy birthday. And Carolyn, can you raise your hand so everybody can see you? Hi, Carolyn. Happy birthday. We hold you in our hearts. Let's go ahead now and take a quiet time for the prayers and meditations of our own hearts. Go ahead and close your eyes now. Let yourself get comfy in your chair. Take some time just breathing deep into your belly. This is something good for us to do every day, but on Sunday we remind ourselves of how to do it. Hear the breaths of those around you, this community that is holding you. Feel the spirit of life, sometimes referred to as ruach or breath, holding all of us in this still moment. And let's go ahead and take 3 deep belly breaths together and then a moment of silence. Amen and blessed be. Now let's go ahead and remain seated as we sing number 1023, Building Bridges, in your blue hymnal, which our children have selected as today's meditative song.
that time in our service where we give our offerings. Your donations help make what we do together possible, but they also help make the world a better place. Each Sunday, we split the cash that we get in our basket 50-50 with a partner organization to further their work in the world. This week, we are partnering with the Interfaith Food Pantry, a leader in the fight against hunger throughout Morris County. So as the ushers come forward, please give generously.
We gather together in religious community for many reasons: to touch the sacred together, to lift up and consider that which is of worth, to learn and to grow in a community of fellow seekers, to care for one another in our sorrows and our joys, and to combine our strengths in common cause to heal the world. But another important reason that we gather together like this as people of faith in a community of faith is to mark the momentous passages that we move through in our lives. Passages such as child dedications, to welcome new babies into the world, weddings, to celebrate the union of two people in loving relationship and commitment to one another, and memorial services to celebrate the lives of those among us who have passed away. And two big rites of passage in this community are the passage to the age of reason that we celebrate with these younger children over here, and as well as the passage into young adulthood that we celebrate with these graduating high school seniors behind me. And let's begin today with our Age of Reason class.
These children have reached a powerful milestone in their lives. A time when young folks begin to ask big questions and think about, possibly, the answers to them. Yeah. The differences between right and wrong, they develop their own beliefs and examine their faith in a more mature way.
Although every child among us is fully a part of our community and on their own spiritual journey as a Unitarian Universalist, children who reach the age of reason begin to really develop their own individual conscience about religious matters.
Each Unitarian Universalist has a responsibility to examine for ourselves the great questions of life and develop our own sense of what is true and right. But that lifelong journey of mature spiritual exploration really begins at this age of reason, where true logical thinking begins to develop.
And so today we gather as a community to honor this important milestone that our children have reached. They are ready to explore their beliefs, to nurture their curiosity, and to bring their own light to our shared Unitarian Universalism.
Now, we invite our Age of Reason to come forward as I call your names. do this with some order if I can change the page. Paisley Macias, stand over there. Levi DeVlieshour, stand right over there. Okay, there we go. Good, right, yep, good. Okay, cool. Charlotte Salisbury couldn't make it today. Sadie Myers and Irit Somoflosky. There we go.
There we go.
And Jetpig, thank you.
Yes, and Jetpig. Each of these children have painted their own chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith, as well as of their own evolving spiritual journey. And now to show our trust in these children's readiness to engage in their faith in this more mature UU way, we are going to light their chalice flames from the flame that has been burning throughout this service, the same flame that illuminates our shared tradition.
So let us share our chalice lighting words together. On the screens are the words that mark this special time, divided into age groups. Please read the part of your age group, and I'll lead us, the people online, so they can hear better as well. So, we got those up there? All right, our older folks. Across the generation, we sang the songs, spoke for truth, and built. Across the generations, we are tending the flame, hand in hand, together we share in the work of fighting injustice, singing the songs, speaking the truth, and we are here to build something lasting as we carry the flame forward. Across the generations, we have been nourished by this flame. We are singing new songs, breaking old barriers, sharing in the work as we find our own space in what we've been. We are here to make space for the next person as well. We carry the flame forward. Now everyone, across the generations, this flame comes to you. You are here for songs, for justice, for the community sharing the work. You are here now too to build something new and lasting. We are ready for a new day together. We carry the flame forward.
And now we offer you gifts as symbols of this exciting path ahead of you. So the chalice you painted, of course, is one gift that we're giving back to you today. It is a reflection of your growing understanding and of your readiness to examine your faith in a more mature way. We are also giving you a few things in this lovely bag. You have in there an LED candle for your chalice, so you may bring light wherever you go without the risk of fire. We also have in there a book for you about our flaming chalice, connecting you to our broader Unitarian Universalist tradition. And we have a booklet of chalice lighting words and some big questions that I've prepared for you, inviting you to explore your faith in a deeper way. We also have some stickers, I believe, from one of our members. I don't remember who it was, but if it was you, raise your hand.
One of the teachers, Diane did.
Diane. So may these gifts guide you as you explore the Unitarian Universalist values that we entrust to you, and also your own sense of truth, goodness, and wonder. And please go ahead and take your seats, and let's give these kids a big round of applause.
Good job. And now we turn to our older group of youth, our graduating high school seniors. These young people have reached a momentous time in their lives, the time when childhood meets adulthood.
And although graduating from high school is not the only way that a young person crosses this important threshold into the next stage of life, the tasks and challenges of completing formal education present a powerful time of transition, responsibility, and new beginnings.
Today, we honor these graduating high school seniors who stand now at the threshold of a whole new stage of life, young adulthood. Over the years, they have grown, they have learned, and they are now ready to move forward with courage and purpose.
Whether they will be moving away for college or work or staying close by, we look forward to watching them move through this next stage of their life journey. We have trust in their readiness to tackle all of life's challenges as well as opportunities and to make meaningful contributions to the world. Wherever their journeys may take them, our love and our blessings go with them.
And now, I invite our bridgers to come over here and stand as I call your names. Soren Jensen, Miles Corman, and Lainey Draculich. You guys can all walk over together if you want. That's fine. This side of our bridge.
Young people, before you stands a bridge, a physical threshold representing the emotional, intellectual, social, and spiritual passage from childhood to young adulthood. And at this time, we're going to need some help from the congregation to prepare for our bridging ritual.
Will the families of these young people please come forward and stand up here with them? So if you're part of their family, a parent, a sibling,
Grandparents.
Grandparents, aunts, uncles.
Chosen family. Let's have you stand
You're
on
on this
that
side.
All going to
We're
cram
sending
these
them out.
all out there.
Yeah, we'll make room over here. And now, will any teachers or mentors who have worked with these young people in the past here come forward? Is anyone in here? I know
Teachers
some
and
folks are over
mentors.
working on stuff. Yeah, here we come. Thanks, Steve, for being. I know some people are helping set up. Finally, if you are a young adult, do we have any young adults? Anyone in that under 35? Great. Can you just go stand over there by Reverend Sasha?
Come on over here.
Yeah. Oh, we got some more. Excellent. Good. Good. Sweet.
All right, young people, you stand now at the boundary between childhood and adulthood. On one side, you stand as children, supported by family and mentors. And on the other side, young adults stand waiting for you, inviting you forward in welcome to join the young adult community. Are you ready to embark on your journey? If so, please say, "We are."
We are.
Please step across the bridge.
Go for it. Yeah, walk over it. Welcome to young adulthood. We are so proud of you and excited to mark this special time in your lives.
And this morning, we offer you gifts to celebrate this occasion. Nick's going to get those for us. So in these bags, there is a chalice, a reminder of the faith that you carry with you wherever you go, an altar cloth so that you can create sacred space wherever life takes you, a candle and matches so that your light may always burn bright, and the book Becoming, which is filled with meditations, especially for young adults, to guide and inspire you.
And now let us bless our young adults with the words by Reverend Rita Capizzi. Please read the parts in bold text, and we'll begin together. No matter how far you travel, no matter if you don't travel at all,
you are on the cusp of a new life.
People will have expectations of you.
People you love will have expectations of you, both spoken and unspoken.
This you already know.
May you know, too, that you carry within you a spark of the universe creating itself.
That spark connects you to all that is.
To all that was and all that will ever be.
That spark is always there in you.
Always there, bringing you into being.
Always a force of creativity and possibility.
Especially when the expectations of others overwhelm or disappoint you.
When you doubt yourself or feel afraid.
When you fail, as we all do at times.
Remember that spark.
Always there, sustaining and revitalizing you.
Like the love you find in this fellowship.
We are always a home for you.
Your community is here for you.
Blessings upon you and upon this milestone of your life.
Amen.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. And now, next, we're going to be hearing reflections from two of our bridgers, from Soren Jensen and Miles Gorman. Soren will go first, and Soren, the pulpit is yours. Actually, let me switch places again.
Hello. I had something prepared. All right. So, yeah, I think I gave a lot of thought to what I wanted to say today, and it's been really weird, both here and in high school, kind of walking around these hallways that I've kind of been in since I was born. Like my baby shower and stuff was here even. It's so strange, but change is important, and like I feel like if we don't prepare for it, we're just gonna like not be ready, and then it'll be worse. And I'm looking for this quote that I found that left my phone, which is why I'm stalling. Oh shit. That's really unfortunate. All right. Come gather around people wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time around you is worth saving, then you better start swimming, or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changin'. Mr. Bob Dylan. I thank you.
I am similarly going to stall while I try to find my notes because I dropped my phone while Soren was speaking and did not have the time to pull them up. I also thought a lot about what I was going to say here today, but my ruminations were a bit less fruitful. I spent a while looking at this email that Reverend Sasha sent me and Soren both, about some guiding questions that we could use in our reflections up here, speaking to the congregation today. And some of them were quite easy, came quite naturally. What I'll be doing after I graduate. I'll be trying to graduate again from college in New York. What I'm looking forward as I enter adulthood, having a bit more freedom, though my wonderful parents have already given me sometimes a bit too much of that, as we found yesterday. And looking forward to becoming my own person a little bit more, I suppose, and learning all there is to learn in a much larger educational institution, which I guess it's comes through a bit more that I'm a nerd, that I'm excited to go sit in class, and what lessons from childhood I'm carrying with me into this new chapter of life, and what some of those lessons that I'd like to share with the congregation. And this is where I got stuck. Muff has made me a much more well-rounded person, and it's been somewhere that, as we shared in our reflection with our first group to do our coming-of-age ritual today, the congregation is always here for you, and it's always a place you can return to. And I happen to live right across the street, and so returning to it is a lot easier than it is for some of y'all. And yet I'm still always late, as we saw again today. But Muff has always been a place that I can come back to, and I've been a little bit worse at coming back to it lately, but it always has been here. There was a point where I work a job on Sundays, and I didn't show up to Sunday services for better part of a year, and I came back and it was just as warm and everybody was just as welcoming as the day I had been here last. And the meditations and the reflections and all of the people who come up here and do a lot better job of sounding profound than I am right now. It's a moment to, I know people like to say, especially in this day and age, but especially in this day and age, our lives are kind of chaotic. And especially coming of age and, going through adolescence and, figuring out who I am and what I want to do in the world, it's really scary sometimes. And on those Sundays when I came back to Muff, I always thought, this was great. I need to do this more often because I feel safe here and I feel like I have space to think. But Muff has taught me so much that when it comes to the lesson that I want to share, because we have such a wonderful, if I knock something over, it's going to be really expensive. Because we have such this beautiful, wide, diverse community, there's not much that I can share that has not already been shared because this is such a place of openness and such a place where people come and they're able to share their experiences, which has made it such a welcoming place. That everything I've gone through, one of our elders here has gone through it before. And I struggled with that question. And so to be entirely honest, I'm not sure what advice I can give a room of fully grown adults who have done the spiritual work and who many of you have gone through this process. And I suppose the crossing of the bridge, I'm leaving certain things behind. I hope I'm not leaving behind childishness and joy and irreverence and troublemaking at times, good trouble. I hope I'm leaving behind certain other things, acting without having the, as a child, we often don't fully understand what the impact of our actions and things like that. I hope I now, I'm able to focus more on, acting intentionally and acting in ways that make the world a better place and knowing the impact of my actions and being able to improve. Something we focus on a lot here is lifelong learning. We have a spectacular director of it. And all of the teachers that have taught me have been so important in that process. I know that my year and my class has always been a little rowdy, but y'all have really done a spectacular job. And you've let me become the person I am today, and so many of us. And so we thank you for that, because I'm heading into the world with a perspective that I don't think I could have gotten. I know I couldn't have gotten without Muff. Whether I had been in any other religious organization or simply without one, I know that I would not be the person I am standing before you today, and it would not be for the better. Muff has been such a supportive place and a place that I can come back to and a place that has taught me the value of sharing and the value of a community learning and the value of a community memory. And at times the value and the challenges of democracy and voting and unanimous consent. But even that has been something that I've taken into my active advocacy and being able to take into account everybody's perspectives and everybody's lessons and the lived experience that all of us have, because we come from so many different walks of life. And to be able to come into this sanctuary and learn about all of that and have members of the congregation come up here who aren't members of our religious leadership and come up here and be able to share their experiences and their lessons and their traditions and what they do has been such a special thing, and I'm excited to come back to it when I can. And I'm realizing now that I'm probably running us over time, so I will slow down, but thank you guys so much for everything, and I'm so glad that I'm a part of this community.
We're going to close with our closing hymn, Wake Now, My Senses, again, picked by our Age of Reason team.
Let's rise in bodies.
Oh, yes. be seated. Before we close, I want to draw our attention to our Minute for Ministries. This is a time where we share brief updates about our congregation's activities and to help us stay engaged with the community beyond our Sunday service. This morning, I want to draw your announcement to a couple of announcements. Any newcomers that are with us today, you are invited to fill out a welcome card to help you get connected with us. You can also talk to our welcome ambassador, who would love to meet you and answer any questions you have, or one of your staff. Where's our welcome ambassador? He has his, we have two. They have their yellow sashes on, gold sashes, I guess. Anyone needing a caring presence, someone to talk to, you will find a compassionate ear with one of our lay pastoral care associates. You'll recognize them by their sky blue sashes. Do we have any in here right now? Maybe they're outside waiting for you. All right. Oh, Carolyn Schwartz. Okay, there we go. Good. She's ready. Beginning next Sunday through August 10th, we'll offer our Can Do Summer Curiosity, Imagination, and Can Do Spirit, a summer RE program for pre-K through 5th grade. If you're in middle school and want to help out, you can also do that as a helper as well. So that'll take place during the service from 10 to 11. This Thursday at 7 p.m. On Zoom is our final opportunity this year to explore our last open question of the year: what is our mission? All are welcome. You can find these announcements and many other announcements on our website, much more detail, links, all those things at muff.org/news. And finally, after today's service, everyone is invited to join, and that's what I got caught on my phone over there, was coordinating our bouncy house during our picnic over there today. We have lots of food and treats and fun, so we'll be out in our new courtyard in the Chew Hall and in the backyard. So anyone, if you're here for the first time or here for the 101st time, please join us for that. And during that, speaking of causing good trouble, Miles, there will be a station for you to make some signs for the upcoming No Kings protest. So we can have some fun and cause good trouble as well. If there are any other announcements, I'll remind you that there is a bounce house and food coming, so keep them short. You can count up here and make them.
On Thursday is... Yes, Thursday, okay. Thursday is our second middle school book club meeting. But this time, we need more... okay, hold on.
You need adults.
Yes, we need adults.
Throughout the summer, our middle schoolers have decided that they want to have a book club of their own. And I said, that's great, but they need some adults to be part of their book club. And I said, preferably not your parents. They hang out with you too much. So if there are some other members of the congregation who love to read young adult classics and want to hang out with these kids, that would be super great. So come see Charlotte or myself afterwards.
Yeah, I just forgot my phone at home, so
Yeah,
I have no notes.
so we're good. Okay. You can
We're
sit.
good.
One Thursday a month throughout the summer. I forget all the dates. Does anyone else have any announcements? I hope they're ready for us. We're up. Oh, we got one. Great. Good. No.
All right, Carrie Davis, representing, I guess, the Faith Formation Committee. We're getting all of our teachers together for next year. And if anyone is interested, so the teams are building up. And if anyone is interested in helping out with our kids, reach out to me, Nick, other members of the committee, Phyllis, other people. Me or Nick is good.
Yes. And we're putting together our team for next year, so we need your help. All ages, everyone, all abilities. Any other announcements or anything for the day? Excellent. They are currently setting up the bounce house. I can see it from here, but we'll get out there soon. In the meantime, I think it's time to close.
My things have wandered a little bit, so give me a moment here to attempt to get back in order. It's all good. And we know what's happening. It is time now to bring our time of worship to a close. There it is. And although we're going to be extinguishing our chalice flame, its light will continue to burn in our hearts. And this morning, Sadie Myers and Iris Homlanovsky, are two of our Age of Reason students, are going to be reading our benediction.
May you leave to this time together changed. May the promises you have made to yourself about who you want to be feel closer to the reality of who you are right now.
May you share that feeling of transformation wherever you go. May it spread into every word, deed, thought, and interaction until we all are changed, transformed and transforming together, becoming our better selves.
Amen and blessed be.
And go in peace.